Well, hello, folks. How are y'all doing? This is Coffee Time with John and Mama. And Mama is cooking some of our favorite stuff. But there's a reason. There's a reason today that we're having chili. We have a little bit of a blizzard going here in northeast Tennessee. It came fast and furious.
Yeah, it started around 12 o'clock. That's what they said.
And it whitened in a hurry. We got snow. Probably one of the biggest snows we've had in a little bit.
Yeah, we got some the other day.
And Mama said, I'm going to make some chili. And I said, Mama, you just read my mind. Because I was just thinking, boy, today's a good day for some vegetable soup or chili. I think I'd rather have chili. And about that time she said, I'm going to make some chili. Mama, how do you make your chili? You all probably seen her make it before and you've seen me make it. But Mama makes it probably a little different than I do.
I ain't done nothing fancy.
There's a lot of recipes that Mama and I do exactly the same, and a lot of them I got from her. Most of them I did, but every once in a while I have played around with it. You know, I don't have any rules.
What about half of that you think will be enough?
How much is that, Mama?
I don't know.
Well, Mama, it says $5.99 a pound. Whoa, that was high.
I know it.
1.2 pounds. Just barely a little over a pound. That was high.
Ground chuck.
Ooh, meat's getting out of sight, ain't it, folks? So how much do you use?
Looks like about half of it.
Is that all the meat you're going to put in the chili?
We don't want it for days, do we?
No, you're right, Mama. Half a pound will be fine. So just put about a half pound of ground chuck in this pot. We don't eat it 2 or 3 days. We'll eat it good today. I might pour it over some. Now, what I would do tomorrow, Mama, not so much, but I would probably add a little taco seasoning to it, pour it over some chips or something, and have it that way for the second day. But no, Mama don't do
I'll
tacos.
see what this looks like.
Well, let's look at it. I'm going to take y'all over in her kettle. Yes, we call this a kettle. Kettle of chili. I know y'all going to tell me a kettle is what you fix for water for tea, and that's what we call it too, a tea kettle.
It's a tea kettle then.
But this is a kettle, isn't it, Mama?
Mm-hmm. I may have to fix some more.
What are you just going to fix that about half full?
I ain't going to fix much. Cause
See, that's another thing. I cannot do a small amount. I have tried, ain't I, Mama?
yeah, that's...
And I can't.
So now all I'm going to do now is just pour coffee in it.
Oh, there goes some of my good coffee. I always put coffee in mine too.
Pour me some coffee in it.
And she's going to put just enough to, let me just get you over here. Some of you have asked about this. How much you put and what do you put. You just put enough to cook it.
Put it in the bottom, you see.
And that's just plain old coffee, folks. That's what I've been drinking right here in this cup. Same coffee.
It's yet warm.
Yeah, it should be. And this will tenderize that meat. It gives it a little bit of flavor, but if you don't like coffee, you would still like it. It don't taste like coffee. It just tenderizes that meat, and it keeps it from sticking, basically, don't it, Mama?
Mm-hmm. And we're going to put it on here and cook it. And
Mama, what about onions?
I'm going to use onion flakes, I think. Oh, no, I'll cut up onions for chili.
I sort of said Mama. Now, you're talking... That's
Foolish.
Nonsense right there. Hand me an onion, and I'll be glad to chop you up one, or I'll run it through the Power Chef. Either one. I can pull the string for a minute. But let me just grab this little prep and chop here. That's all we need today is a little prep and chop, and there it is, ready to go. We keep it right here in the drawer. This is the one that bit me the other day, but I'm completely healed, so I'm good with it. So here we go. This little guard is for people like me who get too carried away and too in a fizz. And this will keep you from getting cut. Don't throw this away. This is not a part of the packaging. This is a part of the safety. This little white thing here. And it's even got a little clip that goes right on there.
Right
so
here,
keep hold of this little thing.
Onion.
Now I have washed my hands.
Here's your bag.
Here's my bag. Do I get a chalkboard today, Mama? I don't really need one. Let's don't dirty one because I'm not going to chop it. I'm going to let this do the work for me because I've got my knife. I don't want to. I don't want to mess up the chopping board and everything. It ain't necessary. You don't even have to mess up your chopping board to do your onion. This is a sweet Vidalia, and I'm just going to run it through this chop and prep. Some of y'all are asking about the, I know Tupperware confused y'all just a little bit. They did me too. It used to be called the Power Chef. Then they come out and they made it red, and they called it the Supersonic. And if this is the, maybe this is the Supersonic chop and prep. I'm not even sure right now, but it's the same thing. I love them either way. Don't bother me what they want to call it, as long as it's here. And it's a wonderful little tool, and I'm going to show you how good it is right now. Most of y'all have seen me do this, but almost every time I show y'all about anything with Tupperware, somebody will say, what about that chopper you use, John? Well, here it is. This is the prep and chop. This is for these small little things like this. If I make coleslaw or something, I get the big one out. But if I'm just chopping up some onions for chili or onions for anything, and onions for a hot dog, this is perfect. Now, there's a formula to the chopping, and I usually don't follow it because I get all chop happy. But I'm going to stick to the program right now and show you. This is, well, if you get it too full, it will jam up.
I'm gonna take
But you gotta
this
have
and
enough.
let it cook the coffee.
1, 2, 3. And look, it's perfect to top a hot dog with or add to this chili. It was 3 chops. But every time you pull this string, it's equivalent of chopping 12 chops. Mama, I had it too full, but here is...
Ooh.
Well, that was a big snap. Dump this in your pot, and I'll do the rest of this little bit right here. The Mama's just putting the onion in there, and we like to cook our meat and our onion together with our coffee and let all that get together. Let that onion soften up, and we'll go over to the stove in a minute and watch her. And then we start adding the other flavors to it, and the beans and the goodies. And this is going to be a wonderful winter snack. I'm not a big fan of snow, never have been. Even when I was younger. You know, I would get out in it, I would sleigh ride some, and that would be it. But, now that I'm...
Actually sleigh ride more than you.
Mama's a bigger kid than I am. I always was. 1, 2, 3. Now you see how much control I have. I wanted to go, ugh, 3 more times, but I didn't. And look, it's perfect. Here you go, Mama. Don't get cut on this wicked blade. It got me.
Here you go, sir.
That's done.
If I get onion, I'm sure.
So, I don't want to smell like onions, but all I want to do is put this right in this bag, just like this, and tie him up and throw him in the garbage. Or Mama might have something over here. Mama will take, like, if she's going to throw a Ziploc bag away, she will put it under the sink. And then, when we have an onion, she'll throw the onion in the Ziploc bag, zip it up good and tight, and then throw it away. Same thing with like a pickle jar. She don't normally just throw away a jar. She will wait till we have an onion. She'll put it in there, and she'll seal it up, and then throw the jar away. That way you got a little extra use out of it, and you don't have to smell the onion in your garbage. So I'm sure Mama's got something in here somewhere that we're going to stick this in, even a coffee can. If you have a coffee can with a lid, you're going to throw that away, which I'm hard-pressed to throw those away all the time because they are good, but we do save them at least to put scraps in or garbage or stinky onions the first time, and that way your garbage don't smell. So that's just a little trick that we use when we're going to be throwing away stuff. You can't, in the country, you can't always throw the garbage away. You have to, you know, it's a trip to the recycling center, they call it, which used to be called the dump. And so sometimes you have to make provisions to make things smell better, don't you, Mama?
Yeah, when you have to haul it and take care of it yourself, you do.
You got to take care of it. Because we don't have garbage pickup here. But even if you do have garbage pickup, you got to, you know, they just come once a week. So you got to prepare for those days. Now, I'm drinking a little cream in my coffee today. I had I'll level with y'all. I had a pot of black coffee today. This is the second pot, and I've already drunk 2 cups of it. And I put a little cream just to, I don't know, I just thought, oh, I think I'll have a little cream. It's so good on a wintry day. Isn't it? Coffee's good every day. It's good the 4th of July. But when it's cold outside, you light the fireplace, you get the coffee. Folks, that's enjoying some winter. Now, some of y'all are going to say, I hate winter. I hate everything about winter. Well, I'm not crazy about it, I have to tell you. But I do find things I enjoy about it. I love a snowy day if I don't have to travel, but I always think about the first responders. I always think about the people who are sick or people who have to work in it. And it always just makes me, worry about them. But if it is going to snow, and it is going to snow if you live somewhere, just enjoy it. Just take that moment. Take a break and enjoy it. I'll tell you one thing I love, and I've told you all this before. I love trees. I love trees. Mama can tell you, I've always liked trees. I used to doodle drawing, and I would always draw trees. Mama said, what are you going to do there? I said, I don't know. But I'd end up putting a bird in or a squirrel in there, so I love trees. And I love trees in the spring when they're budding out, and I love the colors of spring. I know, people talk about the fall colors, especially around here. We have beautiful fall season. But I love those greens. There is so many greens. I want y'all to notice this next year, if you live in a place where the trees lose their leaves. When the green comes on in the spring, how many shades of green will you find? The beautiful colors of spring are almost as beautiful as those beautiful colors of fall. We had an extraordinarily beautiful fall, I thought, this year. It was short and it came a little late. It seemed like it was the last of October before we got the first leaf color. But it was beautiful, wasn't it, Mama?
Oh, yes, it was.
But Mama and I both love the colors of spring, don't we? We always go for a ride through the mountains somewhere so we can see the light green, and then you have a little darker green. Now, when they all get on, they're all about the same color of green, but it's beautiful. But in that spring, you'll have little patches and splotches all through the mountain of these different shades of green, and we love it. And in the winter, I love the way the black limbs seem to silhouette on the sky. I love to see all that movement in the limbs. So there's always something interesting to see in nature. I don't know how I got off on that. I guess just talking about, I don't know how I went from chili to trees, but I took you there, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'm chasing rabbits. I don't know what I'm doing. I say chasing rabbits when I get off on side subjects that shouldn't be on. I'll be talking to Mama and she'll say, are you chasing rabbits or did I miss something? And I'm like, no, Mama, I'm chasing rabbits. You're right. So let's go over here to the stove, see what Mama's up to, and she's going to add these cans of beans. So y'all hang on just 1 second. Okay, we're over here with Mama at the stove. Mama has put a little salt. Have you already put salt?
Yeah, just a little.
And you can see, let me show you the
coffee's gone.
Coffee boiled down. So you just have the meat and the onions, but you have that tenderization of the coffee.
And I'm going to put a spoon of salt and a spoon of pepper.
This is just table black pepper.
Just a little more pepper. Now I need my...
Let me see what they're seeing, Mama. Can y'all see Mama in the kettle?
Chili powder up there on the top. I can't reach it. So.
Chili powder's right here, Mama. McCormick chili powder.
Sprinkle me some chili powder.
So she put a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of pepper, maybe a little bit more pepper. This is just McCormick's chili powder. And I'm going to put, let me see if I can see here, Mama.
I'll let you.
I'm going to put about maybe a tablespoon.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
Okay.
That should do it. If it don't, we'll add a little bit more. We can always add a dab.
You can't take it out, but you can add two.
You want to see Mama working? Now we've opened up crushed tomatoes, petite tomatoes, light kidney beans, dark kidney beans, and some Lux pinto beans. And she'll just add all those in there.
What I'll do is I'm going to add beans.
Now let me show you here. She put the chili powder in there and mixed all the meat in with it, so you have that flavor already going through it.
in the meat.
In the meat. So every bite you get, you need more chili powder, you think?
Maybe a shake or two more.
Shake. Well, have some slap your mama.
Slap your mama.
Is that new spice? Should we try that one?
I don't know.
So mama, a shake more.
Yeah.
How's that? So probably a good healthy teaspoon now. Tablespoon now, we'll call it.
You can tell that it's already turned dark, the meat has.
Yeah.
Right there, some of the lighter.
And then when you put these beans, we don't drain the beans. We put liquid and all because it'll cook down because we're going to let this simmer. Plus it'll pull all that flavor off the bottom. So this is the light kidney beans. You don't have to use light and dark. You can use too dark, too light, whatever you got. If we have it, we usually mix them a little bit, but I don't know why. Do you, Mama? They don't. To me, they don't taste that different.
They don't taste different. They're just the
look
shows up the different colors and the look.
Just gives you a variety. And this is
Dark kidney beans.
the dark kidney beans.
You can tell the difference in the light.
It does give some variation in the bean color.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as the flavor, there might be a difference. People probably tell me, yeah, there's a big difference. I don't know of it because I ain't that big of a connoisseur of the beans. And then the pintos are, of course, even lighter.
But I'm going to let this before get hot and boil and cook a little bit. The beans and the chili powder and salt and pepper and the meat. Because once you put the tomatoes in it, it kind of absorbs everything. So I'm wanting this to go into the beans first.
Just 3 kinds of beans there.
I about got that black-eyed peas.
Ooh, that might have been good, Mama. Some black beans would be good in chili. I've done that before.
Well, we're making this old-timey way.
This is Mama's chili. Even though you did try to use some minced onion in there on me.
Oh, I wouldn't.
You can use minced onion.
I was thinking hot dog chili.
Yeah, now we do use minced onion sometimes in hot dog chili. If people, especially people claim they don't like onion, but they like the flavor, we don't want to. So
now we're just going to let this cook a little bit with the beans and the
chili and
meat
the
and the onions and all that good stuff together so they can get some flavor.
And then we'll come back when we get ready to add the next little bit. Y'all hold on.
Yeah, hold right on.
All right, folks. Time to add some tomatoes. First, I want to add the crushed tomatoes. We let this simmer about probably 15 minutes. You can see it's all the flavors are in there. This is crushed tomatoes. You see that makes the pot in a hurry. And if you want to know the size, this one says, of course there's tomato on the 1 pound, 12 ounces. It's, I guess, 28. Okay, and this is 1 can of diced tomatoes. This will just give you some good body chunks in there. Mama is even going to bring out, looky here, gold. We don't always use home canned tomatoes in our chili because it tastes very similar whether you do or not. But we always use in our soup. Now, one thing you want to do when you're using any kind of tomato, really, but especially if you're going to use home canned, is just taste it. It looks good. It's not cloudy. Stir it a little bit and taste it before you put it in a big pot of food like this. Delicious, fresh tomato taste. Because it could sour. It could have something that didn't go just right. You don't want to ruin a whole pot of chili with one bad jar.
Ooh!
Tomatoes.
Hold your spoon underneath.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Mama says you spotted that ever before. Embarrassed her in front of her friends. Sorry, Mama. I didn't mean to embarrass you in front of your friends. Look here, I did make a huge mess. Look, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
There, it's cleaned up. There's no evidence. Oh, there is up here. I'll get a good talking to after this camera goes off. I can't believe.
Before it goes off.
I can't believe you splattered that tomatoes everywhere. Embarrassed me in front of my friends. Alright, there it is, folks. And Mama, you gonna put anything else in there?
I'm gonna let that sit.
Gonna let that simmer and it'll be ready to eat, won't it?
I hope so. Really good.
Is that all the ingredients it gets?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, folks, there it is. You gonna put a Coca-Cola in this one?
No, I'm just use the coffee and let it cook out.
Alright, Mama says no Coca-Cola. Now, I did put Coca-Cola in mine sometime. Huh?
I'm not drinking Coca-Cola much, so.
Mama says you ain't gonna let me drink it. I ain't gonna eat it. But we do every once in a while, but not every time. It depends on. I usually always do in hot dog
I
chili.
may have to before it's over.
I always do in hot dog chili, but not always in bowl chili. We call this bowl chili. I don't know what y'all call yours. This is just plain old bowl chili. Now it needs to simmer for about 25 minutes or 30. And you don't want it to cook dry or nothing, but you want to just leave it warm enough that it's going to marry all those flavors together and everything will get to know each other in there. All your flavors will be combined. And then you'll be ready to put it in a bowl and enjoy it with some crackers. Some people do it with cornbread, but it'll be delicious either way. And then you got people like me who I will use a couple of crackers, but I like just the plain old chili for the most part. So I'm going to pause you here, let this simmer down for about 25 minutes, and then we'll come back and see what's going on with it. Well, folks, it's done, and we're ready to bless it and enjoy it. Look at that. How wonderful. Let's bless it, Mama. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for the benefits it brings our body, dear Lord. And we just thank you for these precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord. And we just ask you to be with us, lead and guide and direct us. Be with all the prayer requests that are turned in, dear Lord. You know each and every situation. Bless it according to your will and your glory. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, folks, look here. This is the chili. We didn't let it cook down much. Just simmer down a little bit, get all them flavors going. Mama, give it a try.
I'm going to. Ooh.
What you do?
Nothing. A nerve just went wild in my hand.
Mama's nervous. Okay, Mama, let's see what we got here.
I ain't nervous. It's just my hand hurt.
Mama, we left out one important ingredient.
What?
A snow-covered day.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty.
It makes it taste good, don't it?
I reckon so. If we'd have bought our bean soup mix bag.
I know, but it wouldn't be any better than this chili. This chili's delicious. Do pray for the first responders that are out on this, folks, and the people. Bless you, Mama. The people who don't have any choice to be out in the snow. I don't know if you got snow where you're at or not, but it's a pretty well covered up Kentucky, Tennessee.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Mama. You rattle right away. And so do remember those folks and just pray the Lord will watch over them as they're out on these. And people who are sick and people who have to work. But take a moment, enjoy the snow if you have snow. If you don't have snow, we could ship you some. I just don't know how if it would be snow when it got there. It might be a bucket of water. But we don't get snow every year like this, do we, Mama?
No.
Some years we have had times we just didn't get hardly any snow at all.
Sprinkler, or just a dusting, as they call it a lot of times.
We live in a strange location. We're north and south at the same time. We're right in the middle, and sometimes they just don't hit here. But we got our shake today, didn't we?
Yeah, it come on good. It started big old pretty flakes of falling real pretty, and it got white in no time.
It
so
did. Maggie's having her little bit of water over here.
she's drinking like crazy. So
She'd like to be drinking this chili, though. I know her.
She's wanting to be seen or heard on this video. If we're in here, she has to come and do something.
Some of y'all sent us some joke books, and I absolutely love them.
Oh,
Hey, Mama,
oh, what?
why do fish not make good basketball players?
Why do fish not make good? Because they can't. I know they jump in the water. I still say because they can't jump. Because they don't have hands, they can't dribble the ball.
That could be, Mama, but they're afraid of the net.
Oh, the net. They've got fins, though.
I know they're afraid of the net. Get it? Fishing net.
I got it.
That's a good one. Thank you for sending us the joke book, whoever sent that one. And we just love them. We love little corny jokes. We don't like, we want them to be funny, but corny's good. We love a good corny joke. Something your kids can tell us what we're after. Something that they can enjoy too. So, Mama, I'm going to eat this chili. You got anything you want to say? Anything to add? You still working on cookbooks?
Yeah. I mailed some yesterday.
Mama's on it. Let's see. I think you best be using the cookbook. It ain't laying up here. We are still selling cookbooks. Some of you have asked. We still have cookbooks. We do. And we'll order more. We just don't want to order them if you don't want them, but we will order them as long as you all will order them. And we appreciate each and every sale that we make, and it just blesses our church, and we're so thankful. We really are thankful. You all are great. We tell everybody all the time. We have the most wonderful followers and family and friends of any out there. If there's any better than you all, I don't know how they could be better.
I don't believe.
No, they couldn't be. The Lord has blessed us greatly with you all, and we are sincerely thankful. And this has been a great year. We've been doing this for 2 years.
It's hard to believe.
Hard to believe, but
almost 2 years, I think.
The page is growing every day, and you all are spreading it around, or whatever word we're allowed to say. I don't think we're allowed to say to share. But, you all are getting the word out to your friends, and we appreciate that. We really do. And we thank you for all your wonderful comments and for your participation. You all comment all the time. And it's just wonderful. It really is. And we appreciate it. And we're going to say goodbye for now. Yeah. And enjoy this chilly on this cold, chilly day in this snow. I might, if I get out later and take Maggie, I might take some pictures and show you all the new snowfall. I showed y'all last week's snowfall, and we went from 70 to snow in about 24 hours. It's been cold for the past since then, so this snow wasn't dumped on top of 70-degree weather, and that may make it stick a little bit better.
The ground's cooler than it was. I say
yeah,
that.
It really is. So y'all find you something good to eat, make you some memories. Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama, and God bless you all.
Bye, y'all.